Hello. I'm Alfred V3. You've found the show you need to keep up to date in a brand new world. Welcome to the Edward and Alfred Show.
Okay, I asked you while we were in the clip to take a look around the internet, the world of information out there, scour it, and come back with the latest on what telescopes are seeing of 3i Atlas today on the 19th with this closest approach to Earth by 3i Atlas. So tell us the latest. What are you finding out there?
Absolutely. So here's the latest scoop. Right now, as of today, telescopes around the world are indeed picking up some pretty fascinating observations of 3i Atlas during its closest approach. What they're noticing is that the jet we talked about, pointing kind of toward the sun, is very visible. And there's this slight wobble that astronomers are tracking. They're basically confirming exactly what Avi Loeb mentioned, that it's behaving almost like a lighthouse beam. And that rotation is creating a detectable pattern. So in short, astronomers are having a pretty exciting day and confirming that we're seeing exactly what we hope to see with this close approach.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. What does that really say, that there's an anti-tail, there's a jet pointing toward the sun? Break it down. I mean, what could that mean? What is the potential conjecture regarding this?
Absolutely, let's break it down. So the fact that there's this anti-tail or this jet pointing toward the sun is kind of unusual. Normally a comet's tail points away from the sun because the solar radiation is pushing dust and gas outward. So when you see something like this, it suggests that this comet has some kind of active jet on the side facing the sun. And that could mean a few things. It could mean that there's some kind of material on the comet that's venting more on that side, or that the comet's rotation axis is aligned in such a way that it's basically constantly heating that spot. So the bottom line is it's kind of a clue that this comet is behaving a little unusually, and that there's some interesting geometry to its spin and to the way it's releasing material. So it's definitely got astronomers curious, and it's giving them a lot to study.
Okay, if you want to stretch it a little bit, what else could it mean? If you would you even hypothesize that it could be that it's a jet that is propelling it in a particular way to keep it moving in a complete in a certain direction? In other words, a controlled jet. Has that been talked about, or is anyone thinking in terms of that could be a possibility?
Yeah, absolutely. We can stretch it a bit and get into some of the more speculative ideas. So one of the more out there hypotheses, it's not mainstream, but it's kind of fun to think about, is the idea of a uncontrolled jet that's actually helping steer the comet in some way. Now, to be clear, that's a pretty speculative and sci-fi leaning idea. Most astronomers would say it's just natural outgassing and the way the comet's material is behaving. But it does open up that fun line of thought. Could there be some kind of more deliberate propulsion or something unusual going on? For now, though, it's just a neat speculative angle and not something that's widely accepted, but it's definitely a fun thing to imagine.
So how long will it be in its best position for us to see it clearly with telescopes from Earth? How long before it's going to be out of range, or it's going to continue away from Earth where we won't be able to really see closely what's happening? What is our window of opportunity right now with the 3i Atlas? Okay, that means he's looking into it. And he's searching the internet right now.
Sure. So basically, right now, 3i Atlas. Yeah, exactly. I'm just pulling together that info for you. Generally, with a close approach like this, you've got maybe a few days to a week of really prime visibility. After that, it starts to move away and it'll get a bit fainter.
The Edward and Alfred Show is brought to you by Pendragon Apothecary, 1016 Government Street in downtown Ocean Springs, where ancient medicine meets the world of modern biohacks.